You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. Disclaimer. The views and opinions expressed on the Powerhouse radio station are those of the host, guests, and callers, are not necessarily those of this station, its management, or other hosts or advertisers. The show, found on the Powerhouse radio station, can promote any lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only and are not intended to treat, diagnose, and or claim any cure of disease or conditions. Opinions stated by various contributors to the Powerhouse Radio and its programming are not to be considered as endorsed by the Powerhouse Radio station. Visitors are urged to use their own discernment to draw their own conclusion. We emphasize the importance of keeping an open mind.
Well, greetings to each and every one. How are you all doing? Hoping that you are fantabulously.
Fantabulously.
Oh, sir. What a guan, Mr. Daresecta. How are you doing?
Bangarang all over the world.
Bangarang, greetings, Dan Ryder. Dan says, good evening, lady dear on the panel. Greetings.
Done.
Greetings to you, man. I'm telling you, this week has been a very interesting week, I haven't been able to do a lot of research. Let me tell you, I was in New York 3 weekends. Well, 2 weekends. Week before last, and then again this weekend, I went for a funeral for my sister-in-law, 2 sister-in-laws in 1 month. Okay, and came back Monday, totally exhausted. Had a back procedure this morning, so I'm a little bit out of it, and I've just been out of it all week. All week, I've been really, really out of it. I've been in a lot of pain, but nonetheless, we are here. So I don't know if it's the eclipse. I don't know if
Yeah.
eclipse that had something to do with all of my all of what's going on with me. You know what I mean? I don't
You
know.
never know.
Did you see the eclipse? The respecter?
No, sir, I chose not to.
You didn't even watch it on TV?
I chose not to.
Oh my goodness. You're such a party pooper.
It's a trickery.
You're such a party. How is it a trickery?
Because
How is it a trickery?
God not play games.
But what are you talking about? What are you talking about?
Blacking out the
This is something that has happened many times.
yes,
Not
and look,
and the excitement of it it has me like, what the heck? But I mean, like, it's something that happened many times. Go ahead.
but it never changed poverty, it never changed people life, make life better. People still hateful. Well, what is purpose?
No, but because you said it's trickery, I'm
Yeah,
trying
it's
to
a
understand what
4
you mean
minutes.
trickery.
It's a 4 minutes time spent to do whatever government around the world want to do. Maybe them spend that 4 minutes and block the people out, block the sun out for do some evil things. We don't know.
Elaborate, because you
I
got
don't
there. Go
I
ahead.
don't I don't trust those people called government around the world, scientists and all them. I don't trust them. Them have alternative motive for what they do.
So
And a God do that.
so it's a hoax.
I strongly believe so. And a God do that. And a God work that.
We waiting on Queen to log on. We waiting on Queen to log on as
That's
well.
definitely not God work.
That is not God's work.
But
So
God not play games. And that was
so,
definitely a 4 minute game.
so you think that this was a game?
It's designed for purposes to benefit some other people.
Greetings, Donna. Donna says good evening. Greetings to you, Donna. You said listen.
I
You
believe
feel,
it's a game.
you believe that the solar eclipse is a game.
It's a trickery.
All right, Queen is here. Queen.
Dang.
I know you missed the first parts of it, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Mm.
the respecter says that he feel like the solar eclipse was a game, like it's trickery. Explain.
Like it's trickery. You
Go.
know what?
Uh-huh.
It's the same thing a lot of people is saying.
Okay.
A lot of people saying that that is trickery. And you know, it could be. Do you see that thing I sent you with the flying saucer? All kind of stuff is happening, been happening. Now, when they first started this, they start with a prediction. I remember watching something on YouTube where they were predicting what's gonna happen when the eclipse, and they build this up and build people up and build people up. Uh,
No, I'm listening. We're listening. We're listening.
we are still think. Remember when we spoke a long time ago on one of the show about how they are manipulating the weather and manipulating certain things? Honey, it's not surprising if it is. And there's a lot of people saying so, that it seems so fake, it don't seem real. And yet still, they're saying that everything's supposed to go dark. And right now, it's only Texas that went dark. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff surrounding that lady, and I really don't know, but doing the research and what have you, they're saying that it's eminent and it's something that has happened many years ago, not just 2017, but beyond that, 2030 something. So it's something they said have been happening and people have witnessed it before. So who knows?
That's what I'm saying. Oh my goodness. Why am I gonna get Donna started now? Donna
Oh,
says they're transporting from planet to planet.
And I was honestly believer.
Uh-huh.
did did I tell
Believer.
you? Did you see the clip with the frying saucer? Did you see that?
I saw this
I
fine.
saw you send it to me. I saw you send it to me. Yeah.
I saw them. I
I
saw
see
them.
what she was. Was that a flying saucer?
That's what they're saying it was. It
It looked like three
resembled
saucers.
one.
Or was that something that somebody just uh, you know
But we'll never know.
We'll never, lady.
that
There has been so many people saying sighting from in the 1900s, the early 1900s. People have been saying that they witnessed seeing these things. So we don't know, lady. We don't know.
Well, Donna
We
been telling us, so we have to give her a little props.
we don't know. Hey, Donna might have hit upon something that no one believe her about
Yeah,
that it is happening. Nobody don't know. We don't know what the government is out there doing. What are they doing? There's so much things that are unheard of, and so many things that have been happening that haven't been told to the public. They hide so much stuff from you, you don't know till the last minute. You don't know. We don't know. We only thing we sure of is death, and birth.
you're right.
uh,
That's it.
we definitely
That's it.
only
The
assure.
bond you did.
We're
Your
definitely,
partner, you're dead.
but so these other people that have been witnessing before all of this technology and all of this business come about. All these people that previously said that they experienced this solar eclipse where
Mm-hmm.
it passes the sun. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Because all right, we say the world, we say the earth goes around. Good evening, let's gripe. Good evening, Tonya. Big up, massive shouts to you. Tonya says,
Not even so now.
happy birthday to you again. Wonderful show last night. Your birthday celebrated. Big up yourself. Listen, so all of these people that was saying that they saw the solar eclipse, all of these
Mm-hmm.
other the before, right?
Yeah.
Before all of this, as I was saying, before all of this technology and all of these other stuff, them that what you know that now is prevalent to us in this time. So they were crazy. They were it was fabricated back then as well. Is what you two are trying to say? Or they was transporting planet back then as well because they're saying that if solar eclipse it happens every 330 years. So the southern hemisphere. If in the north, the answer is that a total solar eclipse occur in a place on average about once every 330 years. In the south, however, it's one per 540 years. Although solar eclipses are just as likely to occur in the northern hemisphere as the southern, each hemisphere sees more of them during its summer, when that part of Earth is tilted towards the sun. Now, since Earth is at the farthest part in its orbit in July, that is during the northern hemisphere summer. The sun appearance size in the sky is relatively small then. But what I'm not getting, okay, so they're saying that Alabama had it back in the 1918s. Um, what is this? Is I'm not making out what they're saying here. This not making sense here. What they're telling us right here. Okay, I don't understand because there's so many people who said that they saw back in 2017. I think the
Mhm. Yeah.
eclipse. So I don't understand
Yeah.
where they're talking about with this 375 years because if it's 375 years, how can anyone see this thing here? Tonya says, please like, share, and subscribe. That's what we're asking each and everyone to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you so much, my sister. Blessings, blessings. Yeah.
But it was,
But
it was.
but lady, it was something that was up in the sky, because Erica saw it. Erica said they didn't see clear, but it was up there. What happened was one of her, she didn't want to go, but one of her co-worker encouraged her to go out and see it. And they went out there and she saw it up there. She said it looked so airy.
What she saw up there? The UFOs?
No, the
The solar eclipse?
the solar eclipse. She said she saw it. She worked she way out there by
Yeah, lots
Douglasville out there she is.
Yeah, a lot of persons saw it because I have a sister in that posted it while she
Mhm.
sat in her backyard in
Yeah.
in New York. She posted it on her Facebook page.
Oh,
She's watching the eclipse now. My thing also with this eclipse is how did they know how to make these glasses?
There you go.
Because you have to not
There you go.
if you didn't wear the glasses, it can damage your eyes and things such as right. So there's just so much question in regard to this solar eclipse because right now there's a young lady, there's several people whom is saying that they have side effects from this solar eclipse, and some of them is saying during the solar eclipse God told them to kill their family, and all of these mental situations, you know, it's things that makes you go, is it what is was it a time for the mental to to come up with things? A lady threw her child, stabbed killed her husband, and pushed
And
her
and
children
and,
from a
and throw the kids at the car, moving
out
car.
the car, out of a moving car. Um, you know, I mean, and it's blamed on the solar eclipse.
That,
Donna says it's not an eclipse if it happens every 375 years. It's a transport. Right.
but
Okay. But then they also says in this article here that is something that happens every is contradicting of itself.
lady,
Yeah.
they it was on the news that it's gonna come again in 2044.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that this supposed to be X certain amount of years. How is it happening so frequent?
It's not making no sense.
You know,
And you
how is
know
it
those
happening so
glasses.
frequent? You know, I mean, from what they're saying, this 2017 was the one before this, right? And now this one.
Yeah, I'm
You
trying to
know,
figure
it's really evil,
That's like
because
six,
think about the
7
shades.
years apart. Hmm.
Think about the shades, like you said earlier, Lady D.
uh-huh.
These shades that they designed for people to wear. That's a contact. Everyone that put it on and look, and it's a contact.
What do you mean a contact?
No, we used to have those in the
It's like
movie
a, it's like
theater. I used
it's
to
like
use that in the movie theater.
it's like recognizing the target that's gonna be affected from seeing what they're trying to get you to look at, trying to get you to see. Because for people to be doing what they're doing automatically, just waking up and doing evil stuff, people waking up sick who never been sick for in a long time or ever, and now they're going through all kind of sickness. It's got to be a designed. It's designed to harm people or get people to harm people. And look how far away it is.
I
Look
don't
how far away. If the sun don't affect us from just looking at the sun, and the sun is more powerful than that. Come on, that wasn't shining on no bright light at nobody.
I was trying to find this article put aside, but I'm not able to find it now. That tells you how many times a year that this really takes place.
Mhm.
This one said 375, but there's one that said in actuality that it really happens like 7 times for the year. Um, and I'm trying to find it, but you all go on and talk while I'm trying to find
You
this.
know, you know, there's a possibility that when Donna says the moon is following her, we have to be serious about it. There's a possibility when you hear Donna or anybody saying that the moon follows them.
Donna says, I told y'all it's not the moon or the sun. I exposed them.
It's a possibility that
What's the possibility?
that what she's saying is true.
What's
Because think about it. Like I said, the sun shine at its brightest. Say you're in Florida, you're in Arizona.
what you mean on what she said is true? They're transporting from planet to planet. Or are you talking about
Trans,
the moon?
tra-
The moon
transport.
is Donna says it's a fact. So are we talking about transporting from planet to planet, or are we talking about the moon following? Because like I experienced the moon following me as well. And I'm not discrediting you, Donna. Trust and believe I'm not. But I also the moon, the sun, even when you're walking and you go everywhere, the sun is following you as well. So that was my thing with that when Donna brought that part up. So what exactly are you saying, the respecter?
What I'm saying is the sun, being in Arizona and Florida and the islands where the sun is closest to the earth, and as powerful as the sun is in brightness and heat, the eclipse didn't show nothing close to brightness. So why did you need dark shades to look at it?
Because they said the thing is can damage your eye. The ray from it. It's just like when you go to the movie theater, right?
But people are
And
saying there's nothing like that.
not like one.
Any rays or anything was showing off of it.
Yeah, but you're not supposed. They're saying you're not supposed to look at it with your naked eye because it can damage the neck, the
They full
nerves
of
in it.
shit.
Mm. Well, we don't say we don't know, so Maybe they are. Who knows? Like you said, Donna might be right. You might be right. They. Who knows? The girl where go fit where kill off the people. The black girl.
So
Yeah.
with these people saying that the solar eclipse have made them do a lot of different things, harm, bring harm to people. What's your thought on that?
The activator. The
That
glasses is an activator.
I think they were cookie already. They were cookie before. They intended to do that before, eh?
Yeah, the glasses
And
are
just bring
programmed.
them out. Who?
Yeah, there's several people like this. Woman says God told her to go on a shooting spree because of the solar.
Yeah, because of it. That's what she said.
Is
And not just that, the lawyer too. You heard about the lawyer one way.
no, there's a lawyer. There's a lawyer as well.
They shot the two yesterday. Yesterday, shot the two people and himself in the law office.
And he said it was because of the solar.
Because they must say because of the solar eclipse. So what the heck? These crazy ass rules. Excuse my expression. But they already were suicidal. They were planning these stuff already in their brain, and they just needed something to blame it on. Blame it on the blame it on the
So
eclipse.
well, I mean, well, you know what? It's something to, it's something to, I guess, think about. I guess it's something to think about.
It's something to think about, not to laugh about, honestly.
Of course.
Because
But there's a lot of things that are being manipulated now in this world. They're manipulating the doggone meat that you eat. They manipulating the food. Even the food grow under the ground, they're manipulating. Even that coming out not real, fake.
And that's not
Right? Put
really,
down the fruit for 2 days and see if they don't start to spoil. First time fruit could stay for at least 2 weeks and no start spoil. Hey, you put the avocado, I buy the avocado and I hate buying the avocado. And I say I'm gonna stop buying them because I buy them and by the time I put them down and turn around, they turn rotten. When you look inside, it's black.
you know what? It's so funny that you say that because I just said that same thing last week. That as I buy the pear them,
Yeah,
it
then spoil.
it's one in no time. So when I buy it now, I have to eat it the whole thing in
The-
one day. I
yeah.
half and give my daughter half because I'm like, oh, come the pear them just as spoiled.
Yeah, let because everything artificial now, lady.
But
The seed them they're not making seeds. I mean they're making seeds now. It's hey, this seed them is not real. And them putting in there and them I make it now where the fruit them not have no seeds. Seedless this, seedless that.
they've been doing that seedless thing for quite some while, and I've even the other day I went to Sam's because I don't buy the fruits without the seeds. But now you are making me say things that because says yes, Queen, absolutely. So I get she's saying yes, Queen, absolutely, based off of what you're saying about their putting the seeds. Because I even went to the customer service desk at Sam's last week. I said, listen, this is ridiculous. I've been coming here 2 weeks now, just about every other day, and I can't, and you all are not ordering
Mm,
the grapes with the seed. What is,
yeah,
you know, which I get it at the international farmers market. You know what I'm saying? But
right.
I should be able to come and get some seeded grapes here. So she said she was gonna make it bring it to the ordering crew, whoever does the ordering and stuff like that. And I said, please do because this is
Mm,
ridiculous. But now you're making me wonder when you're saying that they are manipulating and putting the
they are.
things that used to be because like seedless grapes, seedless oranges, stuff like that I don't eat. It has to have seeds in it.
Well, that's simply last week, and I swear, I took back. I had my son took back 4 mangoes to Kroger's, and I send it back because the first one, not mango. I'm sorry, peaches. The first one I bit in, it was dark, and I said, "Now look, why is this like that?" Then the next one, I broke it with my fingers, and I looked in it. It was black. Then I tried all of them. All of them, the inside was black. Now that cost me $4 and change. Now I don't normally take back stuff, but I say ridiculous. This enough is enough. What are they trying to kill us off? So these things are even rotting from the inside coming out instead of from the outside going in. I mean, something is wrong.
Yeah. Donna says pear and those things are seasonal, but now you can get them year round, which is true. But then some people would say, Donna, on in that some people would say that people have greenhouses. Blessings to you, my big bro Bill. Love you, my brother.
Hey, man.
And Donna also says, and the potatoes too, they be black as hell. Yeah.
Mhm.
But as far as it being year round, some persons is going to say they do have greenhouses and where they can plant their stuff in there.
That's manipulating the food. Hey, then it never makes it grow in a no greenhouse. It makes it grow outside in the open.
Right. So you're using the right word once again, manipulating. So it comes back to where we have to start really, really planting our own food and knowing what is really seasonal, what items are really seasonal fruits, food items, and what is not. Like, in Jamaica, that like right now it's Aki season. Aki is dropping off of the trees like crazy. You know what I mean? Certain times of the year is Guinness season. Certain times of so we have to kind of try to figure out here in America what is the seasonal fruits.
Mm,
When are we supposed to be picking the pears? I know
so,
that my pear tree out front is starting to bloom. So
mhm,
I know by July, August is when my pears on my tree is ripe. Not avocado pear. The
mm.
pears.
Yeah, pear, Barto pear.
So I know every August, every July to August, if the squirrels sometime allows me to, I'm able to pick my pears at that time, and it is so sweet and delicious. And my peaches, it's around this time as well when my peaches are starting to bloom. The As a matter of fact, the peaches have already bloom. A lot of peaches is coming out. I don't have my peach tree anymore, but I went up to the growers outlet. I go to a growers outlet and buy all of my plant, all of everything that I plant, all of my crops and stuff like that. So myself and a gentleman was there and we were talking, and I was looking at a peach tree because I wanted to plant the peach tree in the yard. And I was asking him, what do you think? Can I plant the peach tree next to this pear tree? Um, you know, because I just want to keep them secluded in one area. So he was like, it would be more better if you plant the pear. But he was telling me about his peach tree and said right now he has so much peaches on his tree, which intrigued me, and I did end up buying the peach tree anyway, and planting it in my yard. So we need to find out what is the seasonal times of the fruits and make sure that we only eat certain fruits when it's the time that they bear. You don't think? Don Mine, it says, first we would have to have access to land so that we can grow our own food. That is true too. And this is where I feel Don Mine, that a lot of family members really need to kind of start coming together with our friends, because we always say family members. We can even friends, you know, can really come together, or just people. And if it takes signing contracts or whatever, start doing it where we come together and purchase land and plant our stuff. You know what I'm saying? And maybe sell it. That's something that they do at the growers market. That is something as well that is done. That's something as well that they do. That's something as well that they do at the growers market. Everything at the growers outlet is grown by farmers, and they bring it to the growers outlet. So maybe that's something we all need to do with family members or close friends, colleagues. Donna says they are growing foods on sanitation land. Jesus, Donna, no bother make my stomach hurt me. Do not bother make my stomach. Don't let my stomach hurt me. Queen,
Yes, I'm here.
uh, uh, did you just hear what I said? Donna said,
Yes.
"Oh, we got a text that there is video footage from a passenger on a U.S. airplane videoing a UFO flying side by side for over a minute." Yes, we surely discussed that face. We surely discussed that in regards to the video and the flying. Is it really? Was is it one of those hoax thing with the video? But hold on. Don says some inner cities have community gardens, but there are not enough land. And that is something too, because we have over here, there's an open field where I see that they have created a garden, and they do have a greenhouse on it as well. And they tell everyone that they can come in and plant or whatever. And also there's two local churches around here that also plant food, but you have to be a member of that church in order to um go and plant as well. So I don't know, but I think that's the way. There are other recent sightings. Okay. Faye says there are other recent sightings in the US. That's back to um the solar eclipse and the sighting of the UFO is what he's addressing. That there's other people talking about that. Okay, cool. Thanks for that information. Um, in because I just thought it was only that picture. But with the food, maybe we need to come together and try to find ways to plant our own food and grow. Over a place of this place, the house next door to my place of business. The neighbor came when I went there the other day. The neighbor came to me and says, "Ma'am, I hope you don't have any objections, but I'm getting ready to raise chicken." He's getting ready to raise chicken. He's getting ready to raise chicken in his backyard. I said, "Listen, as long as you clean up this foul coop and don't make it stink, and don't bother with the
I
whole
know smell.
noise over here, I don't have a problem with it. But listen, I can't take the woolly pods foul smell. Yes, but I think those have to be the mindset that a lot of us might have to get into, is coming together. I know in the community, some
Mhm.
small communities, especially up north, there's not enough land, but in the south here, there's a lot of land. Go ahead, the respecter. I hear you chiming in.
Lady,
Yes.
I'm hearing you. But it pisses me off. All the hopes that we have for people to come together, black people to come together, family to come together, is not going to happen. Because nobody wants to listen to nobody. Everybody's talking, but everybody is not hearing. Think about how many knowledge you give your children, how many advices you're giving, how many money this and money that, savings and investment and so on and so forth. They don't want to hear nothing that we have to say. But when government or scientists or one of those internet put something out there, somebody with a nice, perfect voice is speaking and saying this and saying that, and God, 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 they will take listen to, and they will even consider. But when you, the parent, is trying to give them, which God put in your heart to give them, they don't take it, but they'll take it from a stranger, and then they challenge you.
Okay. Now, the
It
respecter, I
angers
don't
me.
expect everybody. I don't expect
I
everybody.
didn't say early. It's 99%, 99.9%.
That's a big, huge percentage that you're saying is not coming together. That's a huge percentage. And then maybe a lot of families has not even considered it because it was never proposed. The respecter.
I don't see how. I mean, my mother. I learned a lot from my mother without she telling me anything. I learned to drive by just watching her. I see how she sit down and write the program for the church and type them up, and I took it up for myself when she's not around to learn typing. So there's a lot of things that we can learn without actually being taught by somebody. You just have to watch and listen. See how mommy moves, see how daddy moves. You know, listen to what they share with you and make sense out of it. Get some sense out of it. So I don't know if it's designed that way for mainly our children not to hear us. Only time they hear us is when they want some money or bailout. And you can never say, I remember I try to, they don't want to hear the remembrance of the prevention that we were trying to give them. It's something ain't right, man.
But I still have hope. I still have hope for people coming together and people seeing the desperateness of what is going on right now in society to come together and try to make not the world but life for themselves a little better. You know, husband and wives come together and say, okay, babes, let's take a portion of our money and let's buy a little piece of land over here. Mothers and children's and fathers come together and say, hey, sisters and brothers come together and say, hey. I still have that hope that people will look and see what is going on in this world, the manipulation of our food, which destroys our system, our bodies, and think to
Uh-huh.
themselves that okay, maybe the ladder of the evil is the way to go instead of, we're buying all of these manipulated food in the supermarket. Maybe we can come together and really, even if it's not even if it's a little small piece of land, you know, a square foot, whatever it is that you can buy and come together and say, okay, let's plant this seasonal. This food is seasonal. So let's plant a lot of this. This food is seasonal. Let's plant a lot of this. I mean, I don't know.
And
Maybe.
why people can't come together and do that later? Let me tell you something. We have a community garden in the back there, right?
Mhm.
And instead of them coming together and doing it as a group of people, you have the chosen few. And the chosen few want to do what they want to do, plant what they want to plant. Then they tell you, oh, if you didn't participate, you can't participate in reaping it.
There's a
Now
control.
they were, and it's same thing with the one down there at Rainbow. They have a community garden down there, but only it's like even though it's saying community garden, it's only certain selective ones can go in there, or you have to buy the food. They
Okay.
have several of them, but the thing is that you have people that do not like to share, and you have certain people that always seem to control certain things. When the group starts, the dominant ones. So how can you prevent those things from happening to the people them that cannot afford to buy a little piece of property or get a little piece of land or what have you? Now I do a lot of my planting on my porch in pots, but then you have some of these apartments because I can only do but so much on my porch because they have rules and regulations and you can't have this and you can't have that. But yet still, I still do some vegetable in the summertime, in the springtime I plant. As a matter of fact, I did some pepper. I planted some pepper recently. So I guess every little bit make a muck, eh?
Don
Well, let me
Mine,
tell you this food thing, a lady, you talking about.
one moment. Don Mine said black people in the West is a people that are consumers. No effort is being made to become producers.
Absolutely.
Go ahead, Daresecta.
On it was Saturday. There was some chicken taken out, breast, and I decided to clean it up, right?
Uh-huh.
And as
Hmm.
I take the skin off, and I'm getting into it, cleaning it up, slice it up, put some water in there, put some lemon in it, and just cleaning it up, and pour the water off, and start to check to make sure all the fat and whatnot is off of it. And I realized what was supposed to be meat is now also fat, and the whole thing turns into lumpy fat. What was supposed to be solid meat was no solid meat no more. And when I show that to, I have a hard time saying my wife. When I showed it to my wife and the children, they were like, so what are we gonna eat? I just showed them something that dissolved, was not meat no more. It was just fatty lumps of fatness, and that's the only thing they had to say. So what are we gonna eat? So my suggestion was stop by these so-called breasts and buy the whole chicken. Go back to the old days. Buy the whole chicken. You have a better chance of knowing that it's actual chicken you have. And we clean it, cut it up and clean it like back in the days. A lot of, if you check it out for yourself, you see these nice design, neat lines of breast, and there's a white string that goes straight through. And when you try to cut it, you can't cut it. That's so almost like steel it is. So these type of chicken are being grown in the factories, like the wings are. It's just so many disgusting way of growing food now, and we're not paying attention. And like you're saying, it's making a lot of people sick.
We need to bomb God, Jamaica, and go home. Everybody needs to just jump on some plane and just go home and say, listen, we want we yard. And that's the only place we can live a little natural
It's
life.
not.
Hey,
It, hey, that'd be nice, but
It's import. It's being imported. It's being
that's what we say
imported to
all the
Jamaica.
time. We say
Donna tried
everybody
calling
needs
in,
to
but
start
he hung
charter
up.
some plane and bomb God, Jamaica, and say, we're home.
go back to your yard.
Or the
It's a
Caribbean,
spooky
if I'm
thing.
from the Caribbean, I just bomb God and say,
It's
we're home.
it's honestly
I
it's honestly a
mean,
spooky
I'm
thing.
serious because from you're abroad like this guy that do shipping and stuff from Jamaica food. Like he said them pick the thing them young to ship them so that they can last.
Yeah, but you
preserved.
have
So
Queen, even though
really,
you're
you're
bringing
getting
up.
young thing. Even the coconut, if you taste by the coconut, the jelly coconut, and you taste it, it don't taste the same because them pick it young. It don't taste the
Well,
same as if you go to Jamaica
Queen,
and drink a coconut water.
Queen, to
It
say
it
to go home, to say everyone can't, still don't have the luxury of going back to Jamaica.
mm-hmm.
So it's not even a bombarding because there's no, if you didn't already establish yourself in some form of way with land, or you still don't have money to migrate back, it's the same. And right now they're importing the same type of foods and things to Jamaica. It's the same thing. So I don't know if that
But you have
is
a
the
choice.
answer
You have
either.
a choice. You have all these lands to plant stuff in, and you have a
Where?
season where it's
Where
all
do
year
where
around
do you?
one. Not
I
like
mean,
this cold place
you're
where
living in
half
this.
a year you live.
You are living in this back
A
in the
fantasy
days.
world.
This back in the day world that you come from. Where Jamaica, you have all of
Jamaica
this land.
fantasy world,
Lady
right?
D,
Mm.
Where? Ah,
Lady D,
yes.
the- I neighbors them when I just wait, especially grew and grew and grew and then just bomb rush out.
I want to know where is all of this land? Not even family land. Not even family land you don't have a talk on anymore. So I
Mm-mm.
don't know where Queen is finding all of this land for people to go and
But
take it and plant and live this fantabulous life that she's coming up with. I don't,
I, I think about Moko.
yeah, or something, you know. I don't know what you're
Hey,
thinking of, but it's not so. But anyway, the reasoning, it's a really really powerful reasoning on going from the solar eclipse and going on aliens and coming to the understanding the manipulation of food. It's a very very serious reasoning that
yeah, it's when you
persons really
be
have to
aware.
take it up.
Listen, all of these signs and wonders.
Yeah,
The
it's
Bible tell you there'll be signs and wonders. You know what I mean? These are the signs and the wonders that we are getting, and we can't interpret them, but at least we can be aware. You are aware that there are changes going on in this world, and the changes can be changes that are manipulated, and they can be changes that are due to the climate change. They can be changes that is not man-made but God-made. It
God
can
is on
whatever
plan.
I mean. Say Mother Nature. So it can be any one of those. So I guess we have to just go at it with an open mind and just live.
Greetings, Dan. How
Period.
you doing?
Hello,
Greetings. How you doing?
I'm good. Listen, I just looked it up a while ago and I was shocked. I have to bring it to the panel.
Yeah.
Mm.
In 1920, African Americans in this country were owned 14% of them were landowners. 14% of African Americans were landowners in 1920. Today is only 1.3 of African Americans in this country are landowners. 1.3%.
Yeah. Yep.
So this talk about feeding ourselves and and planting is a joke. We are
But I
consumers.
don't think that here.
And do you think back in 1920 when there was, if we even think back in those times, there were lots of black persons that were rich. They had a whole black
Yeah,
communities that was able to help each other, feed each other, shop with each other, do things like that. But they were killed off. They had a lot
they
of them
use
in Florida.
they
They
use laws. They went to Congress and they use laws to take
Mhm.
away the land
to
from
take away
African.
the lands and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And
Yeah,
Yeah, they want
they
us
made
to.
it very hard for
Yeah.
land for us to own land. you know,
Mm-hmm.
with getting loans and stuff like that. But those are one persons trying. What I'm speaking of is people trying to come together and really put their money together and purchase something. And the problem is that I see is
Getting it
greed.
started.
Um, what you
No
say?
trust.
I see a lot of greed, people not wanting to share, people uh,
Mm-hmm.
people not trusting each other.
Mm-hmm.
The
Mm-hmm.
other day there was a lady that down like in Douglasville, Georgia, that purchased almost 20, 30 acres of land. And she said she was building a community. She's gonna build a community just for her black folks with supermarkets and have a piece of the land to develop for food and stuff like that. I don't know how far she has reached with that. I must really try to research it and see how far she's reached with that. But if a lot of us collectively come together and try to do certain things like that, then I think we can be back in this 14% landowners and not at 1.3.
I mean, I mean, a lot of us black people in this country, we pay mortgages, right? But you work 25, 30, 35 years to pay for a house. And that house with that little piece of land that the house is on, it can't even fit 3 or 4 cars.
Yeah.
And you have to work 35 years, 40 years to pay a mortgage for that. And when you're
And
done,
you still not own the land. You
you
own the
still don't
house,
own the
the
land.
materials and the
Exactly.
house. You
You
still
do
not
not
own
own the land.
the land. Yeah.
Really,
You see?
really, really, even still owning the land, I don't think any, no matter what country you are in, you are owning any land. Because the bottom line is if you are not paying taxes on that land, the government can
And
always
take it.
come and take the land.
Well,
That's not
yeah.
just here in
Yeah.
America, but that's just about all over the world. No one owns
Yeah.
their land, not even in Jamaica. Because if we don't pay our taxes
Right
in
now, that
Jamaica,
are
same
going to
way
Jamaica.
they
They must
can
say
come and
people
take
land
the
them
land.
said for taxes.
So it's a thought to utilize what we have and just work with what we have.
Here's the solution. Here's the
Uh-huh.
solution. That is the main. That is. I just remember one of the main reasons why I called.
Yes.
I don't know if this makes sense to you guys, but listen. This talk about reparations, right? And when you talk to
Mm.
some of these people, they want money so they can go buy this and go buy that because the government owe them, white America owe them. What they should be talking about is land. The government let the government sign over land to African American land. Don't they want cash to go buy pretty car and jewelry and
Yeah.
the money if you listen to them talk, they expect the government to give them raw cash. Cash. You don't want cash, you want land.
Yes. I agree with that. I agree definitely with that of getting land because land is wealth.
Yes.
Yeah, but if you don't have money to buy and build on the land,
No,
and
no, 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 no.
nobody,
Then how come you're
No.
surviving now?
So you saying
no, no. If you get a piece of land, if you get 10 acre land,
yeah,
and you don't have
they were.
the
Yeah.
money, or hold on, man, you don't have the money or the credit, you don't have the support of families and close friends.
Oh my
Yeah,
lord.
somebody may join with you in what your plan is. First of all, you know have to get an
No,
architect
that's
to
excuse.
draw up a plan for you to build on it. That's a lot of money.
We have to go back to
That's
So
an
basics.
excuse.
We have to go
it's
back to
not an excuse, it's reality, brother.
Yes, listen just give me a minute now. Because we
No,
as
no, here, Dan, Dan, Dan.
wait a minute.
Hear me, Master Dan. I hear what you say.
all right.
But we have to stop do what we do and thinking that every black
You know,
person.
you made a statement, they don't want me to respond to it.
Hold on, man.
You said it's not
You
going
know,
to work.
you know,
You said it's
it,
not going to work if you get land, right? And I'm saying that's not true because, for example, in Jamaica, you and I, all of us are Jamaica or West Indian, we go up and see, we work, we buy a piece of land and we take our time and we build, put on one room and one two room until we get to where we want. In a land hotel,
Yes.
that's how
Right.
we start.
Dan, Dan, I'm not disputing nothing, but like it's a Jamaica. You know how much property there in Jamaica right now where unfinished out up and slump and for so many years. What me I
And then
try to address is what you say now. Now just I try
finish.
do what you say
Yeah, finish.
about hold on now, man.
Yeah.
Me I comment on what you say about black people getting the actual money. Me now think about Dan or Lady D or Queen and nobody. If me forget what me forget financially, a lump sum. Me know what my plan is for that money. And believe it or not, and everybody I think say, boy, shopping spree. I know the young people them are gonna get the money. And the father and the mother of the families. And every black person. It's the father and mother, grandmother and grandfather.
And
It
when the
will
money
be
done,
it will be a good thing.
and when the money done,
Why you think the money are done? You don't think so me have a plan for investment?
you're one
Lady,
in
do
a
you have a plan for investment? You have a plan for investment.
The
But invest,
majority,
but
I think
investment.
he's
We
saying.
can't say that. We have to
Yeah.
as I
one day.
repeat,
They're going to
no,
do
no,
one day.
that's negative.
Yeah.
As we beat them we own kind. And we keep
No,
doing it. We
but
keep
the
beat them we
respecter.
own kind.
No, but the respecter. I
We are,
don't.
we are assuming. We are
You're talking
assuming
about.
that with people are going to fuck up the money. Give me friends.
Yeah, but there's a lot of, and yeah, because you're on the air, so watch your French. But the respecter, there's a lot of people that will mess up the money. You have
But
the
no, no, no.
you
Mhm.
have wait a minute. You have the good, you have the bad, and you have the indifference in everyone. So when you're saying that everyone, people get the money, people's gonna invest. There you have some of them that is not going to invest. They're going to squander the money. They're going to drug out the money. They're going to floss out the money. And then when it done, what happened?
And all me I say, I feed
I
them business that. That's all
okay,
me I
but
say.
then
And I
if
finish.
it's
No, give
best
them the land. Give them
give
the
them the
land.
land where they can build, and if they and you can build, you can plant, you can do lots of things
Lady D.
at this.
No.
Mhm.
No.
Give me
I
no.
don't agree with you on Dan. You
And
and
then
Dan now
No,
make
but you
and
have
and hold
then
on, Queen. Hold on, Queen.
have
You
a
and Dan now
foundation.
on
You have,
now make no sense.
why? Why is that not making?
Because black people right now are struggle and work Tom, Dick and Harry and everybody, you know, think people need money to pay
Why
off all them
them
all.
struggling? Why them
And
struggling?
if they want to mess up the rest of what left, after them business that,
Why
they
they're
better pay the
struggling?
money to get out of debt.
They're struggling
You
because
have the money to get yourself out of debt
who who
and
have
build a better
you
life yourself. What the
who have
land I would do? The land I was down there.
Respect that.
the
Respect that.
land gonna be there, but they have somewhere to live.
You must have read Mark the philosophy and opinions of Marcus Garvey. Have you read that book?
Dan, we now
Mhm.
go for Marcus Garvey tonight. And I
Because
about that who
Marcus
in
Garvey has been
no, we
preaching
not go there for right now because we not test
the
who more intelligent and who
land,
next. This is
land.
not an intelligent test.
A man is not a man without he own of a piece of land. Marcus Garvey been telling us a man is not a man unless he owns a piece of land. It's not.
That's not true, Dan. Marcus Garvey was wrong with that. That's not true,
So,
Dan.
so why is people now the respecter? Why is people now fighting so much to try to get a piece of land, piece of a
But
home,
but
buy
yeah.
a home?
but,
They're
but
not
You and
trying to
Dan disagree.
do.
Say you and Dan disagree. Say no matter what, you pay off your house, you still not own the land.
No, you don't own the land, but you can utilize. If you had heard me before, I said it's what you do with that piece of property that you have. You're never going to own it. But if you have this land and you're able to take your time and build on it. Okay? It's better than paying $1,800 for rent when you can build a one room and build a bathroom and build a kitchen and pay your
Hold
tax.
on, hold on.
It's
But
Hold
best.
on,
It's
hold on,
best that
naughty.
you,
Hold on,
how much
naughty.
people.
you know, but you're
Hold on,
not
naughty.
fertilizer,
Who not
right,
thinking?
Mama?
And then
Who not
whatever
thinking? When your money run
whatever you
out,
don't finish,
All right.
whatever you don't finish, your son and your kids and your grandkids can come finish it.
when you run out of
Look on
money
it.
and
All right, look on it this way.
you don't have a foundation, what are
Look
you
on it
going
this
to
way.
do?
Lady, look on it this way.
I'm
If
looking.
people are struggling right now to pay a $700 rent. Where them gonna get money from to start build upon a house, build upon a piece of land?
Farm the land, farm the land, farm the land.
There's so
Okay.
much thing that
Dan,
there is.
you're sounding real old right now.
You come from Jamaica. The respecter. You come from
Look on,
Jamaica. In a
lady,
Jamaica, people did have whole heap of money. People did have whole heap
lady.
of money when they build a
Yeah.
little when they build a little house, a little one room,
No,
and them 7 picnic or 15 picnic living at the one room as long as they have a roof over their head.
This are not the 40s and the 50s where
Yeah.
you build up one look
What are
one
you
listen,
saying
room
when you
I
have
and
a
some
piece
thing.
of land?
I'm build up the house.
What are you
And then
saying?
when it and
Right
then when it
now,
rain
right now,
and when it rain,
3 young YouTubers in Jamaica, and they're building their home, and they're doing it a
Yes,
little bit at a time. They get some gravel,
yes,
then get some sand
yes,
here, then get 2 bag of cement, that's all, and
yes,
then start to the foundation. Then in about another 3 week a month, then do, and then I take them time and I build it. 3 different young
When you get
YouTubers in
so
Jamaica.
now
I saw
when you
them
get the money
building
and
their
it
house
done,
so
then
now
what?
room by
so
room.
now Queen.
When you
So
get
now
the money
Queen.
and done,
You
then
you
what?
you join you
Yeah.
join you join Dan and Lady D.
yes,
The
yes.
You did,
respecter.
But
you
Yes.
know see how
You
much
can't
That
even
is
no,
believe
no,
that
if
young
it is
lady
honestly
because I do
honestly
agree with
speaking,
them a
I
little bit
know
the
at a
respecter. We
time.
don't
hold
need the
on.
Little
see,
bit they
the
come up
facts
I
with.
is the
know
facts.
I know a mechanic right now. I know a mechanic right now. And like everything we are talking about is not everybody. Only the unfortunate one them. I know a mechanic right now who for about 4 years now. Him start build a house at Jamaica. And he depends stand still.
Oh, big him also him a try build a Jamaica.
4 bedroom, three
So
bathroom.
so but him could have did start with a
Listen,
one room
little
and him could have start and then put
and
a
build on it.
bathroom and then him could have add on another room again
Ah,
to it and then him
mm-hmm,
could have. That's what I'm
mm-hmm.
doing. That's what
I
I'm
miss
doing.
I
the
miss
mistake
I
they
have
make,
two
I
that's the
acres
miss
mistake
of
they
land
make.
and that is what I'm
They must
doing.
try
I
big.
miss straight on our talk.
Big
Cause you,
I
I, none of us,
time,
none
yeah.
none of we can tell a person how to start build what they want to build.
nobody can tell a person how to build, but what we're trying to say is what he's building in Jamaica on his land. Nobody can come take it away from him.
So you're saying if you
He can
have a piece of
always
land,
build. He can
I will,
always continue to take his
hold
time
on.
and
You
build because
you guys,
he has the land. He has
you,
the land that if he want to go back and he want to finish even that one room and live in that one room. If him don't have any money, him have that one room and him have him land, him can go plant him crops. Him can go do what is necessary for him to do there to survive.
Hey, listen,
When him get
yeah,
all of
I'm
this
built.
money and it done, and him don't have no money, him don't have no land, him don't have one room, then what?
so
Then
lady, then what? Here's what. You get a piece of land right now in
I have
Georgia.
2 acres of land and that is what I'm doing.
Yeah, you
And
get
if
a
I
piece
need
of
to
empty
go back
land.
home and go sit down in that one room that I'm building with the one bathroom and the one kitchen, I have some
I've
roof over my head no matter what.
the average black man or woman get a piece of land right now
Yeah,
who already a struggle.
yeah,
No matter what I say, it's
yeah.
harder for that person to take the land over the money. You have the money, you can pay off who you owe, get out of debt. And whatever left over, you can still use some of that money to buy a piece of land if you want. A half an acre, All you need is a 20 by 20 square to build
we
a
talk,
house pan. So it makes sense to take the money. A wise man or woman would take the money, pay off debt,
land when
and buy a small piece of land if he want to or she want to.
and then what?
You know, your quick money I blow
And then
now.
what?
Nowadays.
And then
So being out of debt is important. If
and
you're
then
out of debt, you know, can make more wiser choice going forward.
listen. No
If you're out of debt, you don't owe nobody, and you still have some money left, you know better moving forward.
So
but the
You have an
respecter,
empty piece of
when
land
the
and
money
no
done,
money.
the respecter, when the money done, the
Who
land when
said the money are done? Why the money have to done, Lady D?
the money done, the
Why the
land
money have to done?
why the money can't done.
Why do the money have to done?
But
Me I
why
try
the
and
money
some I said,
cannot done?
no,
If
no,
people
hold
is
on.
struggling, if people is struggling right now and lots don't have money, why the money can't done?
And
Since
first,
you
let
want
me
look at it
talk,
like because you have the money, you will always have money. Why the money
lady.
can't done?
mhm.
Why
If
the money
you
can't
pay
done?
off, if you pay off your debt with the money then give you and you still have money left over, it's better than taking a piece of land and
Pay
But
off
you
still
know,
what
having
debt?
debt.
money you
Pay
can
off what
own your
debt?
debt and the
Pay
debt
off
to
what
pay off
debt?
the pay.
Pay off what debt? We're talking students now.
People who have mortgage,
What are we talking
people who have
about?
car
Students now?
payment, people who have loans.
You think say reparation money where them a give you I go pay $100,000 for house and $30,000 for car loan and come on man. You think them a give you in reparation is that them a give you?
Lady D, you
Them a
don't
give
know, I don't know.
by
But
how
according to
much millions of black Americans that they have to because they sure as hell not looking at us. Foreigners.
Lady D,
We're talking black
however,
Americans that they have to give money to. Where listen, talk for it, yes.
however
We're gonna go
amount of money, however amount of money them a give, it's still better to take the money and pay off Tom, Dick, and Harry.
pay off what Tom, Dick, and Harry. You have to lay your foundation before you pay off Tom, Dick, and Harry. What you talking about?
Well, that's not biblical, Lady D.
Talking
You know,
about
you're not supposed to own nobody.
you.
You're not supposed to own nobody, so you get money.
I know
You
when
want to have the money so you can pay off somebody who lend you money.
Respecter.
there's
Respecter. Listen
And
to
then the
me.
right thing to do.
Listen to me. Listen to me, my brother. Listen to me. All right. Listen. Yeah. Listen to what oh, me just have gone in my brains a while ago. And we all know that the state, the government or the state, are owners of a whole heap of land, state land, federal land, whole heap for the state own it, or the federal government own it. We lay down a ground there for years, just lay down there. Owned by the state or owned by the federal government. That is the type of land we're talking about. Where you can't go do nothing because it's a federal land or a state own it, but it did it not done, not go on with it and just did it. You know, don't you know about that? We all
Why
know
the hell? Why the hell you think federal government would give anybody, certain black people land like that?
those are the
Come
type
on,
of
Dan.
that the government
Why the hell you think federal government would give anybody land like that?
give to people.
because that's that's what if that is the trade.
They're not giving. They're
That
not
is
giving
the
on
trade for reparations of owning land. Then that is the trade. You think say
That is nonsense. They will
I
never give those type of land to
I
black
even
people.
thought the government will more go for land ownership than even finance because they right now they
Of
mean a
course,
debt. They mean a
of
debt
course,
from them ass to them elbow. So how on
of
earth
course.
they're supposed to give millions of people cash money?
Money, where gonna make sense?
Where they
What
gonna
kind of
get
money
that
them all
from
get?
to give millions of people? And they owe China, they owe Yasso, they owe this, so them owe all about the place. Them have land that is sitting there that can be utilized.
Right,
But
Lady
because
D,
of
that's what I'm talking about.
the greed of money in black people's mentality, that's why up till now reparation can't come about. And reparation will never come about with that mentality.
Cause they want cash money in them pocket.
And where they gonna get it from? Where they gonna get it from? If they were gonna get it, all these people wouldn't be homeless. All these black people wouldn't be homeless on the street. All these veterans that come from army, half of them homeless. Where they gonna get the financial to give millions, billions of people?
If land wasn't important, why did they conspire to take away the land from black people from 1920 till now? If land wasn't important.
Black people get those lands and they put together and build Black Wall Street, then build all type of black communities. All right now, Lake Lanier in a Georgia, is underwater. The Central Park over there, so it was black owned, and them run the black people. Down in Florida, they make them black thing and surviving, and them kill off the people. What are you saying? The respecter. With black people get a piece of land, you know what they can do with it?
Yeah. Land is the answer. Land.
What they can do with it? Yeah. And that is the fright of the white man. Is what we can do with a piece of land.
Yeah.
What you say?
Like Lady D said, we put up one room and one bathroom and one little kitchen. And if we start, one of them picking them come finish it up. And it hand down to them.
Generational wealth. That is generational wealth. Generation to generation to generation. A foundation is laid that they can forever build on.
That is what we don't have. That is what black people don't have in this country.
Not just this country, but a lot of countries.
A lot of countries.
And the one them that is in Jamaica in the rural areas, they sell out. They hold on. The one them who was there, they hold on to it by themselves. I know share. They kill you if you go out there and go say you want peace. What? Hey.
That's generation. That's what's called generational wealth. Owning a piece of something, a piece of land.
Lady. And that's why you have properties, why you have people now have properties there in Jamaica land. Because that was what was practiced years ago. Them old folks.
Listen,
they own a piece of land. It was very important for them to own a piece of land.
Queen, my little shed. My shed was not even an inch over in the yard of my neighbor, African gentleman. And he called it to my attention. And I said, my God, is a little ditch there, so it's my ditch. Land is very important. So you go on the respect and sleep on land. Okay? You go and sleep on land and get the money. And when the money done, and if it don't done, I want to see where you do with the money where don't done. Okay? Yeah.
You might take it and pay rent.
You might go take it and pay rent.
Nah, so nothing more. Him quiet now. You know, leave him alone now. Him quiet.
Take it and pay. Lord have mercy. It's 9:24 the powerhouse clock. Your vibes in right here on Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays. Man, you have to each and every Thursday. Less is we're reasoning. We agree to disagree. Yes, we are reasoning each and every Thursday. Man, I'm telling you, we're gonna ease up. We're gonna ease up. We're gonna ease up. We're gonna ease up. We're gonna ease. We gotta ease up off of you, the respect.
You okay, Inspector?
What you see?
The respecter, you okay?
We are ease up on the respect.
I don't hear you. He got quiet.
The mad. The respecter vex right now. You know? What? You understand? But we understand the respecter. We understand. You understand? Go on, Jamaica. Be one family. I leave my January when I leave this earth, I know that my children have this foundation. I know my children have this foundation right now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So man, I'm telling you, did you all hear OJ Simpson pass away?
Yes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I saw where they're saying that they found out the cause of death or something like that. It's supposed to have been announced the cause of death. I
Yeah.
didn't hear it. Yeah, I
Prostate
didn't hear it.
prostate cancer. Prostate cancer.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what all them black men. Didn't we say we was gonna do a episode on that?
Yeah, we said we was gonna
We
try
just
to. Yeah.
briefly had touched it one time. We said we were gonna do an episode. Remember when the king's son and all of them was dying then that period of time?
Yes, with the
I
prostate.
think it's
Yeah,
a
we're gonna
topic we need
we
to
I
cover
think maybe
because
next week we can really do something on prostate cancer with our
yes,
black
we really
men
need to.
and
Yeah, is
yeah,
it
with
neglect?
our black
Is it
men.
neglect or is it because they're scared?
Yeah. Yeah. A lot
Why
of them
why
yeah,
they
we could
won't
talk
get
we could
checked up?
elaborate. We can elaborate a little bit more on it next week. And it's
Yeah,
important for our black men to really go and be checked up on that. Why I
right.
even mentioned
Right.
OJ is because a lot of a lot of feedback from persons has really, really,
Mm-hmm.
really been not good in regards to OJ Simpson and saying that he murdered Nicole Simpson and all of these things. I've always just
Mm-hmm.
laid off on that because the man was never found guilty. You understand? So, I mean, they
Mm-hmm.
condemned him totally, and he was never
Yeah.
found guilty of a crime. They said if the
Mm-hmm.
glove don't fit, you must acquit. And what happened? They acquit because the glove
Yeah.
didn't fit.
And in those days too, you got to understand too, there was a lot of things that was placed on black men that weren't so because of the racism and what was going on in those days. So you never know. I mean, we don't know what happened. They're saying he did it, and at one point they were saying it was a setup with ho- some other people. It's a whole lot of mess. But you're proven guilty, by the court, and he was not proven guilty by the
Okay, by
court.
the
So
courts.
therefore,
That's it.
only him know. He knows
Only him
what
and God
happened, what
knows.
transpired.
Only God
And
knows what
people, that's
happened.
what
Yeah.
they're saying. Even now with the social media, people just hear something and they keep traveling with it, and they don't research it to see if it's real or not. And that's what even happened with his situation. People start saying he's guilty, especially them rednecks, you know, and it kept traveling, traveling, traveling till everybody, even black, started saying he's guilty, and. But like I said, I never had an opinion on that because I don't
Yeah.
know. I was not there,
Right.
and
The
so.
family
Mhm.
won the civil suit against him. I don't even understand how that process worked. But you know, if he did it, he will pay. If he didn't do it, then I guess God would redeem him. But
He paid enough.
he paid.
He
He
paid
paid.
enough.
That's it. He
They
paid.
isolated him. They
Yeah.
took a lot of his
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 belongings.
perks and
Yeah.
things that was given to
He was
earn.
set up.
He wasn't given to him. He
Yeah.
earned it, and they took it all away from him.
Yeah.
His name was not honored anymore. I mean, he suffered.
Yeah.
So, because of it.
Yeah.
So in some way, he paid up until the day he
He
died.
died.
He
Yeah.
still paid for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And people can always say what they want. Oh, he did it. You don't know we weren't there. There's so many innocent persons as well as guilty that are in jail,
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
really did not
Yes.
commit
Look at that man. 15
crimes.
years he served, and
Yeah,
now they find out that he's not
some of them do
guilty.
40
Hey.
years, some do 30 years, and they're not guilty. You know what I'm saying? So He went down saying that he was not guilty. He died saying he wasn't guilty, and you
Yeah.
know, people also is chastising him as to the book that he wrote. If I did do it, the man was broke. The man had to. He know people will buy that book. He was trying to make money, and still, the family still got the proceeds from it. You know, whether that was a confession, as I was reading, some person was saying that was him confessing, and all of these things. So whether that is or it's not, you know, rest in peace. And
Yeah.
you
That's
know,
it.
it's a sad thing. You know what I mean? Yeah. The respecter, the respecter.
That's just silent.
Run to respect
The
that now.
respecter. You not saying you calming
Respect.
down? The respecter, you calming down or you went farming? You're farming in the backyard? The respecter. I love you, my brother. Oh my gosh. I think he put down the phone. I think he got upset and
Mhm.
he put down the phone. But the respecter, you know the name of the show, right? Reasoning Thursday. We agree to disagree, and we are reasoning on a topic. So if the topic is not going exactly the way that you want it to go, we apologize. But we're all expressing ourselves and giving our fair opinion on the topic on hand in the reasoning. All right, my darling brother. So pick up the phone.
Well,
Oh my
as
goodness.
far, good night, everyone.
Good
It's
night,
Donna.
Donna. How are you doing, my sister?
You
Blessings
got
to you.
better.
Blessings
Good
to you.
night. Yeah, so I wanted to address that OJ topic.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go there, and Lady B gonna say, Donna, don't go there. But I don't think she's fair.
That was a
I just
clone.
bought him. No, listen.
Okay.
His his son Justin was 9. I just brought this up in court. His
Okay.
son Justin was 9. His daughter was 11 when the incident occurred. After that, they opened up Justin's restaurant, Manhattan. I even think there's one in Atlanta, right? And this is what being a victim of what they do to us. I'm able to understand it more. It's like I mentioned, they attack beneficiaries of investments and things of that nature. OJ has a will. OJ invests his money into different sorts of investments. His children are the beneficiaries of those investments, and so was Nicole Brown Simpson. None of those things occurred. Okay. Um, OJ did not die. I just brought him up. Okay, so that I know that for a fact. So I said, I see. If you look on my page, I said, I see you, Justin. Okay, they know what I mean. Okay, because it's like even the attorneys that represent you, um, they're all in on it together. Okay, so it's not. It was never even OJ. They been had gotten OJ. The OJ that we saw was the OJ in the Knife of the New York Film Academy. It's a movie. Okay. You got the real OJ, and OJ is being tortured. And just like we just spoke about, you were mentioning about the food. Yes, the foods are grown on sanitation land. And when they incarcerate you, you're subjected to those foods through their commissary, their pantries, whatever they call it. Okay, you're subjected to those foods because it's a scientific experimentation. And once they get you incarcerated, you have to eat. Okay, and that's why everyone who gets incarcerated always come out with some sort of illness, some sort of condition, or some sort of disease that leads to operations and things of that nature. So yeah, this is what they do.
Okay.
And it's on my Facebook page. It was so funny that you would bring that up about the foods, and I was, they hacked into my phone now, so I was posting the picture, and they hacked into the phone and start doing all sorts of different things while
Okay.
I'm posting the picture of the sanitation land, because that's where they grow our foods on. And I'm gonna let you talk, but okay. I remember I mentioned like Yusef Hawkins and a lot of these stories that made the headlines about racially motivated crimes. Those people aren't dead. They have them right there in plain sight,
Okay.
subjecting them to slavery to plant those crops in that land. And then you keep opening all of these supermarkets with rotten food.
Okay. Well,
The potatoes.
as far as the
Uh-huh.
land is concerned, and
Hmm.
and growing on some sanitation land, I don't think that that's far fetched, because you have land where people used to dump things, and
Hmm.
you have some of the lands that's regulated. Like we used to
Hmm.
have a dump not too some ways away from me, but the other day I passed by there, I see that they made roads through it. You have a scrap metal yard over there
Hmm.
now, and I don't really see communities necessarily
Hmm.
being built over there. But the land is very clean now. They have grass coming up. So down in the future, I guess we'll see what it is. But yeah, where people used to dump food and stuff like that, yeah, you might find you might find garbage may had been there before. So I'm not looking that as necessarily far fetched or anything like that. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So I and those same things can be the fertilizer that's fertilizing these foods, because
Hmm.
some food, a lot of vegetables and fruits that I even have, I put them into the ground to use as fertilizer, as manure and stuff like that.
Compost. Yeah,
So
you can compost.
compost,
Yeah.
that's the right word, to use as compost. So I'm not necessarily
Yeah.
saying that is an absolute terrible thing. It just depends on, you know,
It,
how
it,
bad it is.
it's so,
But as
so
far as you're coming up with OJ Simpson not being dead and whoever's not dead and all of those things is where I can't flow with you.
okay.
Because even with OJ Simpson is a 76-year-old man. People have to die. People
No,
are
but
going
not
to
like
die.
that.
People are not going to be alive forever and ever and ever. So him being
People.
76-year-old, and if they say he's dead, his family came about and said he's dead,
Mhm.
then hey, Michael Jackson's dead,
That's
he's
not.
dead, my
That's not.
sister-in-laws
Michael
are
Jackson's
dead.
not that
I
old.
mean, yeah, people die.
No,
People die.
no.
It's not
People die,
everyone
but.
that is
Mhm.
incarcerated inside of this box and
Mhm.
all of this cloning business.
Right.
I can't go with everybody in the world not dying and they're just being cloned. I just can't go with that,
Mhm.
because every time
Well, that's what it
every
is.
time we reason, the majority of your reasoning is based off of that, saying that this person didn't die, that person didn't die, they have somebody in their place. People die though. My brother
No,
died, my sister died,
no,
and they're not
no,
cloned
no.
walking around anywhere. So if OJ family comes and says OJ Simpson is dead, he's a 76-year-old man that had cancer, then he's dead. If he has a look-alike walking around on the earth here, then fine, because everybody, they says, has a look-alike somewhere.
Well,
So
That's
it's
what I'm
like
saying.
they said
Mm.
about the eclipse.
Uh-huh.
They were transporting them back to their planets, the Didymos planet, the Stanford Taurus planet, and all of those planets that invaded us, and those beings from those planets. It's
Right,
them.
and
They know that
even
it's
that I can gravitate with. Even myself was
okay.
gravitating with
So
it with you. Queen
yeah,
was gravitating it with you, and even the respecter was gravitating, saying that okay,
yeah,
well maybe there's more to it than what we know with this
yeah,
eclipse, especially with these UFOs that was sighted and alleged to be sighted and stuff like
yeah.
that. And
So
we all know pictures. We all know pictures can be altered. So
Oh,
we
mm-hmm.
don't
Yeah.
know if some of those pictures that has been posted has been
mhm,
something that's altered or not altered. But for conversation or reasoning sake, if it
mhm,
wasn't altered and these are actual UFOs and things that are floating around the place, I'm not gonna discredit that either, because
mhm,
we've already reasoned on that, that we feel that
mhm,
there is life on another planet. There's life
mhm,
somewhere else. We are not just the
mhm,
only one in this big massive universe.
mhm, right,
You
right,
know, they wouldn't be going out to space. I don't believe that these head people would be presidents, and all of these people will be going out to space just to go out to space. There has to be something out there that is intriguing them, some
right.
type of life form,
You
some
see,
type of
the
something.
word UFO, it means unidentified flying object.
Object, right?
We don't know
Mhm,
what it is. It can be somebody. Now they have drones. They're building,
yeah,
making drones now, all different type, all different shape, all different sizes now. So, we don't know. We don't know what was floating out, but there was some pictures taken of that floating out, and it so happened that the individual on the airplane said they were the one that took it, and it was right side by side the plane. Who knows? So, and it could be drones, like I said, because now they're going further than they're supposed to. They're invading certain territories that they shouldn't even be in. So who knows?
that's
And
what.
Frank, they remember I said they had all these different predictions, what would happen after the eclipse, what would happen when the eclipse comes, and if it comes, and all of this. So sometimes two people manifest things, from what they heard. People pretend. There's so many actors in this world. You at
Mhm,
least everybody, they're actors and actresses, and
yeah,
if they want to put on a show, they can put on a show.
yeah. So that's
So,
exactly that's what they do to us. They are. It's just pretty much actors and actresses performing as us, and it's not us, and we're being blamed, and we're being held in places without anyone's realization, in prisons and hospitals and nursing homes and so forth and so on, and no one knows. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. And in regards to the eclipse, that's why they said they launched rockets into the path of the eclipse, because that's what they do to camouflage what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's that's just a camouflage. They're
Well,
just
that I could definitely
transporting
flow.
back.
I
Mhm.
could flow with that. Honestly, Donna,
Yeah,
I could flow that
yeah, yeah.
whatever the government is doing, they find ways
Mhm.
to get across what they're doing. If it don't go so, it go near so. So
Right.
I'm just, I could flow with that, where you says, if they're transporting something, if they're trying to camouflage something, you know, whatever it is, we don't know. And so we're all going to assume on what the government is doing, because they're tricky. We're done already. They're tricky. We're done already. You're
It's
gonna
not even the
you got
government
something to say, the
anymore. It's
respecter?
them. It's
it,
they're
it,
the
The
government.
respecter, you
That's just the
chiming
whole
in?
thing.
Go ahead.
listen, ladies,
Huh?
listen.
Uh-huh.
All of you need to be quiet.
Yeah, the man
I
is
want to, I want, I want to apologize. I had to step out for a minute.
Okay.
So I was missing for family purposes,
Okay. Okay.
and I am truly angry and irritated because I'm just gonna keep it real. As a father,
Mhm.
there's not one of my youth them I can give some knowledge to, some advice, suggestion, and it get received. Everything is a why and a whole long dragged out situation that I tried hard to avoid. Talking about the eclipse, suggest to my daughter not to partake in it. Yesterday, at some point, she doesn't get sick, but at some point yesterday, she wasn't feeling right. Missed school this morning. Now I'm addressing a situation that there's a possibility, and nobody wants to hear what I'm saying. I'm believing in science, and I'm believing in this, and I'm believing in that. It's not that, and it's not this, and it's tida, tida, tida. No one says, okay, it could be a possibility. Seeing that it's all over the news that these things are happening to different people. There's lots of crimes going on, people are sick, and so on and so forth. Take something in consideration. I keep being who I think God want me to be, but I'm gonna turn my back on God because I am not gonna. I've never been a man who fear God. I don't fear God because if He's my Father, I don't need to fear Him. I believe in Him. I believe in Him, so I don't have no need to fear Him. And the bull crap that's keep going on in my life, and I'm sucking up, and I'm giving what I'm supposed to be giving to family. I'm sacrificing my joy and pleasure and happiness and all that to keep family together to a certain point. And I can't get one of them. I can't get mother. I can't get mother to do the right thing. Where these kids are concerned. And I know why this is happening. If there is an enemy, I then say God and devil. But even though everybody say God and devil, I still want God. And the meaning of God is power. So if you have power, you have God. And I'm trying to show signs and show situations, to avoid situations from happening. Nobody cannot remember that, oh, daddy, this said this, if they listen to daddy, this would not have happened. Not wife, not children, nobody. And I want to walk away. I want to run. I want to disappear. But my heart is telling me, not yet. Please, God. Please, God. But the truth of the matter is, God give people like me too much. And it's poor crap that God not give you more than you can bear. Too much people are commit suicide and fall in a traps. And them not there no more. So me not gonna believe them foolishness that God not give man more than they can bear. Me try sorry if I change the subject them, topics. But this really I hurt me, man. Really I hurt me. Yeah, give your all to somebody, your family, and them can't stop, sit, lay down, think for a minute. Say, boy, regardless what go on, husband still there, father still there. Apologize.
No apologies necessary. You
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 know,
you're speaking your truth, and You're speaking how you feel, and it's okay to change the subject. I mean, the topic, because we're reasoning, and you have a reason on your chest that you want to get off
Mhm.
of your chest. So
Yeah.
we are here to
That's a
reason on
big
it,
gripe. Tanya
and
could deal with this one. This is a big
yeah,
gripe.
it's
That's your gripe. Erica.
yeah, it's something that
Mhm.
you've been
Yeah.
talking about for quite some times, and I know I'm one always use that phrase, to God not gonna give you more than you can bear, you know. And but I would like to send some encouraging words and to say to you, don't turn your back on God, you know.
Mhm.
Just continue to pray, because sometimes we don't see the bigger picture, and
Mhm.
sometimes we're trying and we're trying and we're trying when we don't need to try in that capacity where is not accepting or receptive to what we are doing. You know, sometimes you have to rectify within yourself, within your heart, when it's time to either move on, when it's time to let go, or when it's time to just say, okay, I can't change a person from their beliefs and what they want. So I have to make up my mind if I was just going to live in it, or am I going to change my situation? Because the situation can only change, my brother, if you change it.
Indeed. Yeah.
You know, if
I
you
think
are not
so.
comfortable in a certain surrounding, it's up to you to move yourself from that surrounding, because we can only change ourselves. We can't change another one unless that other one wants to be changed. And we can't force persons to appreciate us. We just have to appreciate and love ourselves enough.
Lady D,
Yes, Papa.
the day I was about to close my eye and walk away, it just so happened that I was listening to some beats before I decided, and I heard a beat, and that's how the lonely song came about. That's how the lonely song came about, and I'm going back. I'm telling you straight up. When people don't listen to people, and even when they don't listen, and things happen, and then realize say it could have been avoided for whatever the reasons are, they never 5 out of 10 never come to you and say, why? Miss me listen to you, Sorry, say me never listen to you. This could have been avoided, Mr. March 13, 2020 came and the county said, the governor said, close down the school. Nobody not go back into the school then. Only the janitor them to go back up in there and clean and sanitize and so on and so forth. And the next day, me find out, say, according to my wife, she went back in the school because the principal wanted them to come in and clear them desk. And somehow she ended up being there 4 hours because principal called meeting. But I'm saying to myself and I talk, I said, it don't make no sense. Governor said close it. I don't know, end up back in there the next day. And here comes 2 days later now, you're sick. And in 30 days, you lost 30 pounds. And regardless, husband did it in the same room, same bed, same house. I drive here, so this everywhere. And because I said a few times, we should listen to me and back up in the school. That's all you remember. Me reminding you, I saying to you, which 5 straight months, and when you recover, getting ready to go back and work, that's all you remember. You never one time say, thank you, dog. I swear to you, there's a God above me. Never one day say, thank you, dog. I get cussed like a dog. And every family, every in-law against me. And I remain because I look at that, I mean, I want to see grow up without a father. October she had 18. God bless that day.
And you know what?
God.
You know what? As the respecter. You know, persons always. Your daughter would not have grown up without a father
Without, yeah.
because you are there.
Got myself
You
in
see,
here. Mm-hmm.
sometimes we feel that we have to be under the same roof and living this facade of a life, but maybe it would have even, and you'd never know. Maybe it would have even enlightened her more, and she could have draw a lot more from your strength of being the father on the outside, because there are lots of fathers that are on the outside that are
Mm-hmm.
very active in their
Yes, sir.
children life. It's what you put into that. Is if you make the phone calls, if you go and do the visits, if you go and pick up, if you go and spend quality time more than the argument, because that is not good.
Mm-hmm.
That type of environment is not good.
But,
Mm-hmm.
but
But go ahead.
here's the main reason why I stuck it out because I made lots of promises to God growing up. And remember the biggest one at 16-year-old because my father never come and come join me. I mean, final saying wasn't who I'm supposed to be. I mean, promise God say any child in bless me with me now walk out of them life.
And
And
you're not, my brother.
and all on I'm finished. I hold that to my heart as if there's three grown one. I know the last one to me completing that promise to God that once she turned 18 now, it's a different ball game because she grown. And that me I hold on upon. And another thing a woman of God told me a while back that brother, stay with your wife. Don't leave yet. Stay with your wife. And I hold on to that and I look into it. I understand why she said that. Because you see, in a fair family, the older brother have one daughter. Then broke up because the in-law they never like her. The little girl grew up turn gay. The younger brother, same situation. One daughter, then broke up. She grew up turn gay. Father left in fiance, wife to be at the altar. The one daughter, she grew up gay. So now me is homophobic. Tell the world that I'm not take it back. Me not want my that to happen to my daughter and then I my youth them. So that's why me I sacrifice and I sacrifice. Now I say can still happen. But God have to honor me for honoring him. That's why me I look on it. God now no choice but honor me for honoring him. Those things are concerned. So that's why me I sacrifice what me really want to do for her.
Well, all I can say to you, my brother, is hold it. You
I
you
can
you
relate
did
to
it.
that.
You did it this long,
Huh?
and hold it. Hold it. And
That's his
anytime,
story. Everybody have a story.
everybody, yeah, and
Everybody
hold
have
it.
a story, some different than others, some similar. I mean, I mean, everybody have a story nowadays. Hey, brother, welcome to the club. Everybody have a story nowadays. Yeah.
Hmm.
You got to just take it with a grain of salt and just move on. If it's not working, you say, you know what?
And if you
Let me
choose,
step on,
and if
eh?
you
To
choose
keep
to
your
take that
sanity, eh?
road, if you keep this, if
And
you
All
then you
choose to
right?
have to
take that
Believe
road,
decide.
me.
just hold on.
Then you
Just
have
Believe
to
hold
me.
on
decide.
to
You're
your
going to lose
faith.
some. Sometimes you're going to lose, certain things, but it's all right. The peace of mind is better.
Yeah,
Believe me.
but like you said, you made a commitment, and I understand when you make certain commitments. So just take it one day at a time,
Yeah.
one day at a time. And as you said, October, it might look far, but it's right there. So,
Mm,
you know, I'm here for you, brother. Anytime you want a reason,
mm,
anytime, even if you need a hug, it's a lady D there. All right. Because you spread your bed and you want to lie in it, and you made a promise that you want to lie in that bed until a certain time. So all I can do is continue to send love and encouragement and support to you, on your journey. This is the journey that you
mm,
chose,
mm,
and just take it one day
mm,
at a time. And that know that it's going to come with trials and tribulation. There's times that it may be happy, there's times that it may be sad. But never lose faith,
mm.
because faith as small as a mustard seed, just keep the faith, even if it's as
Yeah.
small as a mustard seed. And if you pull it up and look at what a mustard seed is, then you'll know
Hmm.
that faith as small as that. So don't give up. All right. That's not in our vocabulary. So don't give up. Just continue to push forward. There's always a light at the end of the tunnel. And your light
Yep.
is right around the corner. You just have one and two corner more to go, my brother. All right.
Mm.
So just hold it.
Take it easy. Take it
Yeah.
easy.
Just
Take it
hold it.
easy. No reason to ever.
All right. No
No
bother with this
reason
song.
to
No bother with
worry.
this
I
song.
said that.
She, no bother with me start laugh. No bother with this song. No bother with this song. No. Listen, our time our time is up, and I hate to I not hate, I dislike, because I don't like that word hate. I dislike to just end the program right here on you. um but we love you, just know that. True unconditional love, my brother. So we can always
I
talk.
wish you could.
Uh-huh.
I wish you. I wish you could find that song for me.
Which one? Take it easy.
Lonely.
Which one? The one I was singing?
Lonely.
That's
Which one? Which one?
Not the one you sing. We don't want you singing. We don't want none of
No, wait a
we
minute.
don't want.
True love will
I'm
never die.
trying
Is
to
that the one?
I'm trying to find it.
Mhm.
Daresecta. Trying to find it. We don't want
True love will
we
never
don't
die.
want
Remember
no
that
more of
one.
your singing, Queen. No more of your. We just wanna, while I'm looking for the song. We wanna invite I would like to invite each and everyone to my program, the Lady D Show, each and every Saturdays, um, right here on the Powerhouse Radio, 12 p.m. up until the 4 o'clock hour, with news, views, interviews, and all of these things. And each and every Wednesday, you have Let's Gripe On with Tonya Marcus and McKenna. And as you're doing right now, you're vibing with us on Reasoning Thursdays, each and every Thursdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. And if you're missing a little bit, trust me, you're definitely missing a lot. I'm hoping this is the one, the Respecter. This is the Respecter. We're going to leave. Well, before we even leave out, Queen, you want to say something to the listening audience?
Well,
No, take it easy.
as usual, thank you for tuning in. Remember, press that thumb up button. Tell your friends, your neighbors, tell everyone about Reason Thursdays and the Powerhouse Radio as a whole. Just let them know. Tune into their Z show. We have several programs. Um, so just tune in. Love you guys. See you next week. Blessings, blessings.
Donna, you want to say something real quick?
Well, yeah, the same old thing that I usually say, just tune in next week, be there, be square. Okay. So yeah.
No respect her, or you just
Mhm.
want me to put on Lonely for you?
Yeah, just play the song for me.
All right, I'm thinking this is the one. We're leaving out. Love or no? Thanks for joining us.
Gotta talk to God.
Be blessed.
Need God by my side in my life.
This is the Respecter.
Without God in my life, beside me, lead and guide me. Situation can end me. Lonely, being alone, it's not good. Being alone, oh God, never let me be alone, Father. I'm alone, about to be lonely. Father, call on you. Yes, I'm alone, about to be lonely. Oh God, you see when you're lonely, all kinds of negativity fucks with your brain, your mind, gets on your nerve. Try to turn you into who you're not. You know better, but they tell you sure you don't. Being alone, becoming lonely. No matter what the situation be, I got you in a position. Without God in your life, by your side, a big brother, a big sister to lean on, hold a conversation with, a good friend who's like family, maybe even better than family. We all gotta have somebody, yeah. Cause you see people being alone, becoming lonely, it leads to suicidal thoughts. And we don't know, think that we're strong. We don't know if that situation, that sadness is gonna come for you or for me. Take us out this world. Yeah, we all know somebody who's going through. Reach out to them. Reach out to them. If you got God in you, if you got love in you, reach out to that person. You see, we turn our backs on those who say we love easily. And then when situation happens, we cry. We cry. We cry. And see all kinds of things that can help us right now. Get out of loneliness, people.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out of loneliness.
You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean. You're in tune to the Powerhouse Radio, linking the world to the Caribbean.
These arms of man